on defense.
2G for Elo on attack, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, this is standard, right? You put the spike down near spawn and then just see if you can find anything. They could be looking for the double doors rush, which we see sometimes on the first attack, but there is someone just sitting there in window in garage. So right now, I think they will they'll push up, look to do something down mid, and if they don't find any entry frags, they'll just step back. And with the paint showing out, it makes it a lot harder for them to aggressively push up here.
You can see that double doors push maybe on the cards. They are just searching round mid for some kind of play here as Shaiko will all awkwardly have to reload, but managed to bounce out of the way here. They're now going to push in through B. Onto site now for 2G4L as Prodigy are just looking for that defensive play. Already the scoreline opened up though. 2G4L finds the first pick. Mixwell jumping in here, trying to find a flash. Will trade back to Fran, gets the return frag onto the side of 2G4L, but the spike is on site right now. Hasn't gone down, and actually is now being rotated out to double doors. And we may be seeing a rotation come out from 2G4L as they lose another member. Screamy takes a kill.
Difficulty with going across towards C here is everyone is sitting in B, right? So you've got one player, you've got Mixwell still sitting on this site, and he can hold the off angle, and if anyone steps into his crosshairs, he's just going to take them out. Fake might be the one to go forward too far. One more step is enough, and Mixwell, trigger discipline. Oh my god, Mixwell, that was beautiful. He manages to take down one, gets the second as well. Held his finger on the trigger, and now it's an impossible situation for Replan to get onto this site. Walking through a smoke into the eyes of two players. Trying to hit the head of Mixwell, but he's going to get taken down by Defront.
It's the patience, though, that we talk about all the time right there. On the defense, you can see how Prodigy, you know, even after so many people committed in towards B site, they didn't all rotate over until they were going to hear the plant, and it didn't end up happening. So Mixwell waiting on that C-long area, holding the tight angles. It becomes so difficult to actually win a round after you've revealed yourself when the defenders all of a sudden stop peeking down long angles. They just hold in tight because there are a lot of angles that you're going to have to peek over, and unfortunately for the attacking side, they couldn't make it happen that time.
Well, off to a good start here are Prodigy, our team who breezed through that semi-final versus Fish 1-2-3. Shaiko again holding double doors, same as usual, and it's another B push here through mid for 2G4L. They're going to find another entrance, or at least try and find some angles on that B entrance.
There's a wall in
and again,
way.
it feels very similar. There is a wall in there, yeah. There is a wall down.
They're going to try and
wall
boost
over,
over
They're going to wall back.
Scream coming back in, gets one. Defront's going to get one as well as Alexi gets the only kill so far for them, but he gets taken out. 2G4L are being held back from this site, and now the spike is on site. Replan is holding B window with a Marshall to look to see if he can hit any shots, but not going to be able to find anything as he spams one through mid. Fake, though, with a good kill as they look to try and get back on this site, but if you're Prodigy, you just hold the angles here. The spike is down on the site, and Fake has to push forward to you. Behind Gong, he almost gets a kill, but isn't quite able to get enough damage down onto the Sage, onto Scream, to make that happen.
It's very, very tense, though. 2G4L still in a 2 versus 3, although they trade one back. Replan finds a kill into King Mezzi, but King Mezzi takes out Fake while that happens. And it's up to Replan once more. He does not have the spike.
I think
it has got
I think the spike is boosted up on the box in B. He actually can't get to it.
Oh, that's
it's up there.
How'd you get to it? Oh.
Can he actually just not get to the spike?
No, I don't think he can. I think it's right on the corner.
It's up on the box.
Oh,
he's trying to jump through.
Yeah, he tries to jump for it. Oh no.
Oh no.
It's a disaster.
That's a real feels
Too
bad,
good for
man.
lose. They also bought that round. They hard forced. They went down to $0, so they're not going to be able to buy on round 3 either.
Oh my god. Like, this is why you never give the spike to someone with verticality in their kit. Always keep it on the floor. That's the rule. Boosted up on the box, wasn't able to do it, and now you see Sheriff's coming out alongside that Marshall. They're going to look for a quick A play. Only one player holding A right now for the side of Prodigy, so it could be a good push, but I think there's some trap wires down alongside that camera. So it will be Alexi on the site. Oh, sorry, it won't be Alexi. Alexi's playing for 2G4L. It's King Mezzi on the site right now. Cyber Cage coming down as they try and push through along. Flash is coming out of doors for Prodigy as they look to try and get on the flank here. No one able to get out of those doors yet, but here we go. 2G4L pushing up A long. King Mezzi's been joined by a teammate, and the recon dart's going to spot out one. As it's a 4-man push down A long. They're holding it for the moment, but with Scream here, it's going to become increasingly more difficult. You've got to get on site. You've got to get there quickly. So otherwise, the rotations are going to come out. That trap wire, no way of jumping over that or crouching under that. So you're going to have to shoot it and then go. They go for the play. The sniper cage comes down as King Mezzi spams through the cage. Gets one. Sin's going to answer with one of his own. And now Scream is holding that angle, but they spotted him out. They know he's there. One going up into heaven. It's Dafran looking for the flank position, looking for the shots from on high. Puts down a stim beacon, but Scream's already taken out one on the site. They knew where he was, but he's still able to land these shots. There's 2. There's 3. There's the cleanup. It's an okay eco for 2G4L, but they are going to lose the spike, lose the plant, and lose the round.
Yeah, Scream played that really nicely right there, you know, not showing his position too quickly, waiting until they got onto site and then swinging that corner around the car right there to get 2 kills and an extra shot onto the third before he ended up falling in the end. Now, there will be a full buy coming in from the side of Too Good for Lose, and after making that super aggressive A play, I think this is a round where you just want to spread out and get some more info going down, because you need to make sure that, you know, it's going to be the same default, that maybe there are 2 going to be on A this time around, because if they mix it up and you go for another one of those rushes, all of a sudden you could just get caught completely off by surprise.
And that looks like what they're going to do, Ender. They've dropped that spike in Central. They're going to spread a couple of their players out, one towards C long, couple down looking into center, maybe a couple of guys scouting out towards A. They are just looking for a kind of a more tempered approach, I would say, than just rushing down one of their sites, because they have a bit more to work with. That is Brimstone ultimate coming down, the orbital strike, just to clean out and allow a push, an aggressive push coming out to get behind. Yeah, exactly, to get behind that mid control. And now it's an aggressive mid control coming out, as though Mixwell picks up the first kill with the op. It's going to flash behind and probably make a more aggressive maneuver here, but the defenders really feeling like the attackers at the start of this round. Prodigy super confident just to move out of their zones, and they already take that first kill of the round.
You just put 2G4L on such a back foot here, right? Like, you don't know where anyone is. They're not holding default positions. They're not waiting for you to push. They're coming up into your faces and trying to get you off kilter, off balance, making you have to really think about where you can go next. You can see slow push up here through mid courtyard. Shaco is holding doors right now, but it's going to be a B play once again. And B is kind of... I heard Blank and RyanCentral talking about it earlier. B is kind of the site you go to if you can't get onto the other sites, because it's so much harder to defend. You have so many more angles you have to look at. 3 different entries onto the site, and they've already got in there. Defran into the fight on the site. Scream's going to take down Sin. Shaco takes down Jesmond, and the spike is down, but Jesmond's fallen. Everyone's just falling by the wayside, and they get this defuse off even before the answer can come out from Meplin. He's looking for the flank position here from C-Link, but the spike is not planted for him. He doesn't manage to take down Mixwell. And all 4 of the Prodigy players can swarm around him. They'll get the defuse, and he's just going to look to try and take someone out as they step away from the site. They're trying to get rid of his op if they can. He's got a good angle here to spot out anyone who steps into his crosshairs.
That was just such a strange round coming through, because of course it started off with that very aggressive mid push from Too Good for Lose, using the Brimstone ult to sort of get them up through mid, and then they all fall back after they don't get that initial pick. Then all of a sudden you've got Prodigy making the same push in towards mid after Replin was pushing very aggressively with an op himself. So if he's going to keep doing this, like, he needs to be able to find some sort of way to get them onto a site, because it's not going to work just if you continue piling up on towards mid. It's way too easy for both sites to just sort of collapse on that defense side.
It is another eco round apart from that op that was saved up here for 2G4L. They are going to make another aggressive push, although Defran and Screamy find 2. Screamy finds a second here as well. Replin trades back, but already the damage has been done. And 2G4L are going to have to recoup. I wonder if they just go for a save of this op once more, though. Jesmond with the Sheriff picks up Defran and forces this into a 2 versus 3. The flank is coming round, though, but it does look like the spike is on site. It's at least getting onto site right here as the shots come through. King Mezzi takes out Replin. That's the op going down, and now it is a 3 versus 1. I really don't think you're going to escape the grips of Shaiko, and you won't. Jesmond goes down. Easy enough for Prodigy.
Man. Yeah, okay. Now, Prodigy, they're down 5-0. They need something to happen here. They've got all 5 ultimates. So, sorry. Too Good for Lose. are down 0-5, but they have all their ultimates. So again, this is their time with a Breach, a Braze, and a Brimstone. Like, you have so many ways to clear space for you. So most of the rounds, I'm saying spread out, try to get some information down. But this one, you need to act fast and get onto a site before the rotations can come through.
Yeah, remember as well, this is 2G4L's map pick. It's not their side pick. They got put on attack by Prodigy, but you'd want to be doing a lot better than this early on. You heard the result come out. The showstopper didn't find its mark. And now King Mezzi just holding this site alongside Screamy, who puts down the wall on a short and really stops the attack in its tracks. Replin's going to look for a flash through this wall if he can find it, but right now they're just waiting. Here we go. Rolling Thunder, getting into heaven if it can. King Mezzi's been locked out of position. The orbital strike coming down as well, and King Mezzi just able to get out alive. However, Scream has fallen on the site. And King Mezzi is locked away by this smoke. Good slow there as well. We'll keep Shaco sitting in a link rather than getting on towards the site. Replin with a great top shot, but King Mezzi opening up, gets one, looking for the second, can't quite land it. The spike has gone down. Alexi's going to take down Shaco as well. And now it's really all on King Mezzi to try and hit these heads. Sin's going to fall. 2v3 situation. Replin is quite low as well. Mixwell hitting the shots through a link. We'll get another one, and now they're just looking for these kills, but a great long shot from Replin down a long. There's one sitting in hell, and as you peek that corner, oh, Mixwell still gets the kill, even dazed up, even stunned up. The defuse comes out. Mixwell, you got to do this quickly. That spike is ticking away. It's going to open up on it again, trying to get it to at least halfway, but here comes the peek. He's not looking the right direction. Replin will take him with a 4K on the round.
Replin played that great to be able to find the first win in this match for his team. He got the op shot down long, removing the Heaven player from Team Prodigy, and then switched over to the AK, walks all the way around through a short to be able to catch him on an angle that, quite honestly, this guy just was not expecting him to be on.
This is my specs.
And actually, that's such a big win for 2G4L as well, because the economy slightly hit. I think Defran actually yet to buy. I think maybe looking to eco this round. So, no, he has picked up. He has picked up a weapon, but definitely looking a little bit worse for wear, as they need to win this, otherwise their economy is in the dirt. So it's a really, really good comeback here for 2G4L as a couple of stray shots down C long come through. Look at the aggressive play down C long, though, for the rest of Prodigy. They just push into Cubby, they take an initial kill, and they back off. Super aggressive push. They've left B obviously wide open at this point in time with two players covering A, but this has kind of put 2G4L on a kilter. Get the res, though, so they res up immediately here, Medic. Yeah.
Means he doesn't have any armor, of course, sitting only on that 100 health. Mixer's going to get boosted up here. Has the op looking down C long. No one's peeking it as of yet. Still a minute left on the clock. And they can take their time. They can wait this one out for the moment, but you can see Shaco still holding that double doors and gets the wall bang onto Replin. Sin's going to answer with one in response. Oh, great play there from Desmond as he pushes up as well. And now there's only one player left to defend, but it's Mixwell. And even with the satchel, he still finds his mark. Two pushing up C long, he's going for that flash. He knows they're there. He gets another peek. It's fallen. And now as they try and push in 2v1, they still can't find it. Mixwell is on a killing spree. Hits 3. The heads are just putting themselves in his crosshairs right now. We're looking for one more, but Sind is there with a kill. The spike is down next to him, but he doesn't have it. He's stepping away from it right now as the rest of Prodigy are coming around the corner to try and catch him out. Sitting in window right now. He's going to get that spike down, and it will be a 2v1 on the retake.
The spike will go down on to C here. Sind has got that through, and now it is up to him to defend against the push from Prodigy. They are going to flank this out. This is a good initial take, but King Mezzi finds the 1v1. Defran will find the defuse, and it is another win on the board for Prodigy.
Yeah, Prodigy just, it's way too easy right there with Mixwell down C long with the operator, you know, without those ultimates to clear space. Mixwell is just absolutely destroying. You can't challenge down C anymore when he has that op, at least not until you can buy one of your own. I guess in theory you could try using that Brimstone to smoke in towards the back of site and then try to close the distance right there, but because Mixwell's on the breach, he can always just flash through the wall and then swing around the corner, nail you with that op, and yet we're still seeing too good for lose line up down long here. They don't have an op, so they just got pistols. This might get rough.
I mean, they have a Guardian. Maybe they could do something with that. They've got a shorty.
What?
Mix, what? He doesn't even need a person anymore. Just hits 2 of them with 1. Oh my god.
And that's why brim smokes don't work.
Why not, mate? Just like I said, shooting fish in a barrel. He's gonna throw down and get another. That's the 3rd for Mixwell this game. Now looking for his 4th. Unfortunately, 2G4L did not play that C-long push. You're playing up against Mixwell, and this guy, well, his AWP has been impeccable this game so far.
It is still a 2v3 situation, and on an eco, it's actually a really good round. Mixwell's going to pop the Rolling Thunder. He doesn't actually catch whoever was sitting in the corner there. It's now 2v2. Those shares paying off. Replin might be able to pick up a real gun now and look to challenge this one, because as much as Mixwell was hitting those heads down C long, they were losing fights on the rest of the map, and now they've actually stepped off C site. So on an eco, we might even see the plant coming down. The spike now moving away from C long. Mixwell is holding doors. Oh, this is interesting, because I'm not... Yeah, I'm not sure why you are pushing C and using rolling.
You're faking it, right? You're trying to get the rotations over here, right? So it's going to get them at least the free plant, but then he gets sniped right in the back here. The tripwire goes down as well, so Jesmond will get the plant off, but it's a Guardian versus, I think, an off and a Vandal there. That's going to be tough.
I just feel like you had
strike will
right?
not
Mixwell had moved off it. You could just go for it. Yeah, sorry, Excoundrel. Go ahead.
No. I think that obviously would have been the play if they had all the information, but they were trying to fake it, right? They were just trying to use abilities to fake out C and hope that they could get the A plant and force the retake. The retake comes through though. I guess they were hoping for defender's advantage on a retake situation, but it just didn't work out. Defran finds the defuse and another round on the board. 7-1 right now for Prodigy.
Yeah, it's getting really difficult now for Too Good for Lose. They've tried going down A with their ultimates. They got that 1-round win, but without those ready, it's super tough down C. Mixwell's going to be sitting there with the operator as well, and pushing down towards B. You can see you don't really want to plant there either. It can be really difficult to hold on towards that site. So feels like, barring some hero plays from some individual members here from Too Good for You, it's going to be really hard for them to make much more headway here until they get their ults back.
And you can see Replan sitting 11 kills, and then all the way down is Sind at 3. And he's in 2nd place on this team right now. They just haven't been fragging out. They haven't been winning these duels. They're looking for a play up towards A short right now. But they will take their time. King Mezzi has a good camera position to spot out anything that's happening.
Mixwell pushed way up C long right now. After destroying them last time, he's like, hey, I guess no one's going to come here, and now has a pretty good angle. But
also, he's got the information that there is no one on that side of the map for 2-4GL. So you can see immediately they're sort of having a bit more rotation around A, defenders committing a couple of more resources to that side, and maybe even looking at B as well. So at least Mixwell's gathering the information that C is not on the card, so they could commit their resources to A or to B. And with those sky smokes coming down, it looks like it could be an A push coming out. Loads of slow coming through from the Sage, but King Mezzi is keeping an eye on with his camera. And now Mixwell is going to make the rotation. He's going to move out of C. There is the orbital strike. Just going to try and clean out those defensive positions, trying to force some maneuvers as the stun comes through. But Shaiko picks up one, immediately traded back by Sind, and Fake gets the second. Screamy and Defran are down, as is King Mezzi. Fake stepping up to the plate, and the spike will come down. This is what 2G4L needed. Can the rest of Prodigy find their way back on as Mixwell taken down to 21 HP, Shaiko at 33. This could just be a save situation for the Prodigy guys, and it looks like it will be. They're backing off through C. They're not going to look for the retake. They will give this round up. Yeah, one thing is it's really hard to retake that A site through heaven right there. Of course, you can maybe get that first kill when you peek on out of there, but it's way too easy for the attackers then to just sort of pull back either into A long or A short, hide, wait until you hear the defuse. And of course, you have to make a lot of noise jumping out of heaven, especially want to avoid damage and jump down on towards the boxes towards the left. So especially once you get walled off, just going to pull on back out of there and hold on to the ops. Up on a Vandal. Oh? Good save.
But yeah, you want to hold on to
these save those kind of resources.
Yeah, you've got about 2.5 grand on some of the players, so you just want to make sure that you're in an okay position for the next round. Actually, super bad economy for the attacking side here. They only got a pistol sitting on Jesmond. They want to give him over a Vandal or something, but they would really...
Yeah, they can buy for him. Fake has 2,900.
Yeah, just about. Just about enough to get a good gun for him. And another couple of rounds here in this half would be really good for 2G for L. Of course, this is their map pick, so you want to be coming into that halfway mark at like 7-5, 8-3, 8-4, sorry, at worst.
They've definitely got what it takes here. That last win was important for them because it keeps their economy flowing. And maybe A working for them as well because they are committing lots of resources to A long right now, Medic and Alexi, as well as the rest of the players around him, just looking for a way to peek onto this site. You can see just getting a bit of information. King Mezzi using that cam to just scout out A long where possible, but they are going to rotate back here. Nothing has opened up for them. C has just not been on the cards with Mixwell just obliterating people with the op on that side. It's just they have not even tried to out-peak Mixwell on C long. It's just not a site I guess they feel comfortable with, so they are committing the resources to sites that have worked for them, and mostly that has been A so far. Slow build up though, Medic. Slow build up. They're just biding their time as Jesmond now looks towards mid.
He's looking to see if anyone rotates to A, so he's going to wait for this play to happen at down A long and down A short, and then he'll be watching this crossfire position to see if anyone gets in there. But Fran's already got a kill on the site. Jesmond wasn't able to get whoever was rotating out of B there. He's looking for the second. He does take down Shaco on that rotate. So now it is a 4v4 situation, and the spike is going to move away. However, Mixwell, what was that? That was a beautiful shot into B, and now Mixwell's holding B by himself. It's not who you want to be up against. Replin's been able to take down King Mezzi, who is rotating across. Replin with a second kill as Stefan falls as well. Mixwell's going to step forward, only with the ghost, hits one. Looking for the second, can't quite get it. Sind is able to take him down. And now it's Screamy versus the world. It's 3v1 situation. Oh, he gets him through the wall!
Well,
through the wall he gets him. But that wall is on the wrong side for him. He doesn't have a wall of his own. He's going to open it up, but both of the attackers are just sitting down at the bottom of mid here. They can step out from that box as soon as he taps. They're going to do it. You can see the head, but he can't quite land a shot. Sind will take him down. It's the third round of the half for 2G for L.
Yeah, 2G for L there. I really liked what they did because, of course, they committed 4 members over towards A for so long during that half, but they finally left some lurkers, right? They had their Rays sitting around towards mid to be able to get that pick, and then all of a sudden called the rotation. But even with that rotation, Replin is still sitting on that A site, ready with the op to get some exit kills there too. So this is the type of play where you can sort of get around, you know, confuse your opponent by constantly moving around the map. That gives them a lot more space and can cause, some havoc in the ranks of Prodigy here.
What I really liked from the way they played it is they waited long enough for Mixwell to rotate off C, and they waited long enough for the entirety of Prodigy to commit to A. At one point, I think Prodigy had 5 members hanging around A, and that's when they made the decision to, okay, let's rotate out. Let's try and catch some exit frags from A site, and that's what gave them the win. I mean, honestly, I think, as good as Mixwell has been, we have to look at is it Refran? I can never remember the name.
Replin?
The op player from
Replin.
No, Replan, yeah. I have to look at Replan for his own op play. It's been excellent as well. So just, as much as Mixwell is fragging back on C long, Replan has been so versatile with this weapon and has been one of the standout players for 2G for L so far.
Well, Mixwell has switched from long range to short range here. He's got a judge in his hands. Assume that was a money decision, as ops are very expensive, and he's only sitting on 1,400. The Raze ult's going to come out. That showstopper from Jesmond, trying to get him onto the B site. Looking for the fire down A link, but can't quite find it. Scream, he's going to hit one head, though, as Alexi falls. He gets the second. Jesmond's going to get the killer. Shaco gets one with the showstopper as well, and the spike is now down on B in a very difficult position to get to. 5v2. In favor of Prodigy, and this will be them starting to come back into this half. Shaco takes it off, fakes glasses, and alongside it, his head. Replin's going to try and save the op, and should be in a safe enough position to do so.
Honestly, I'm happy with the way that Prodigy are playing this on attack, because right after the last round, right, where they got sort of faked out, committed heavily over towards A, then had to snap back towards B, and they got punished for it. This time, they have players on C and A both play way more aggressively. They want to make sure they can get the information right at the start of the round, because again, they're still very comfortable and confident in their gunplay. So the fact that they pushed down A to get that long angle, you had a person go up and play cubby on towards C, make sure you could see anyone coming down there as well. What this does is it limits the ability for those quick turnarounds, right? Because you can count the amount of people you're going to be seeing. They didn't see anyone, so they know there's a lot of people stacked up towards B, towards the middle of the map, and they were able to get that quick collapse and win the round.
Shaco just holding double doors right here. Immediately Mixwell picks up a kill onto Alexi. That's a good start here to end this round at 9-3. This half at 9-3 would be great for Prodigy. They should put themselves in a really solid position, and you can see Mixwell trades back. Second kill of the round for him. This guy has been unstoppable for Prodigy, especially down that C long, and he pops the ult as well. Going to push in aggressively, gets the stun, finds his third, and that's Replan down. It is 2 members left. Spike still standing around C, but Screamy is there. There is too many defenders. I just don't see a way that 2G4L come out of this with a win, although Sin picks up the kill. Don't want to speak too soon. They are currently locked indoors. I do believe they know exactly where the players from 2G4L right now. They are just encircling them, ensnaring them, looking for a way to trap them in this lobby. And you can see just how much the 2G4L are sort of scared to push onto C. They trade back, looking for an attempted kill in window. And they're going to make a slow rotation to another site now, Medic.
Yeah, the question is where they go, really, because that's their trap wire. So for a second, I thought they were going to get spotted out, but they're not. The question is, do they slowly reverse through C along and hope that the rotations come out from Mixwell, which it has. So this is actually the right play to make, but someone's stepping back onto that site now, understanding that, of course, they can just slowly go across towards this. We'll see who it is. Sitting, it's Screamy sitting on the site, so not the person you want looking to tap your head. He gets one, and now with only 7 seconds left, this is an impossible plant situation. You can see King Mezzi will take out Sind in the end, coming through spawn, and it's a 9-3 half on 2G4L's map pick.
Yeah, real unfortunate for them there, although maybe on defense they can get things going for themselves. You know, that entire half, it just felt like they really struggled to actually get on towards the bomb sites. You know, the rounds they won, it was either layering down 3 ultimates, you know, right towards the start, or, you know, the quick little fake out maneuver here. So I wonder if we try to see, you know, maybe now that we have Prodigy on the attack side, they like to play aggressive, they like to spread out too. If they play a little bit of a different style where they get maybe a little bit more aggressive with individual players going towards some of these, you know, sites on opposite sides of the map to try and break up the defensive lines from Too Good to Lose.
We'll see at the moment. Few ghosts sitting in inventories. They're looking down through mid window. They're spamming into the wall to see if anyone's hiding behind it. That spike is still sitting over down towards doors, and they should be able to pick that up pretty easily. Mixwell here looking for the flash, making sure there's no one just hiding in spawn in A short, but there isn't going to be anyone that for the moment as they all back off towards A. Now the rotation will come out quick and fast if they want to. They can take this spike over to C. There's no one sitting there right now. 3 players from the defensive side are on A, but it actually looks like it might be a mid push coming out. Scream just spamming through those steps once again to make sure no one's holding those angles. Replin's in a really good position here because they could step into him. Not often that you hold this close right position on the doors. Usually left is where you want to be situated. The enemy has to go for that full 180, but the Boombot is going to spot him out. And so he will have to retreat from that position. Screamy now finds the first kill. Someone pushing up A short. It was Sind by himself. The rotations are coming out quickly. So you can see they're trying to get over towards that A site. But here comes the push. Prodigy looking to get onto the site as quickly as they can. One in heaven, one in hell. One in hell is already down. And the spike carrier goes down as well as Shaco force King Mezzi opening up as well as Mixwell gets another. And now it's all on Replan to try and retake this in a 1v4 situation. He's sitting in the smoke. He's behind a wall. There's not really anywhere he can go. He's going to try and get up into heaven, but 4 eyes will be trained exactly where he is. He jumps down and immediately gets gunned down by Prodigy.
I would have liked to see him go for the right clicks as he's falling out of the sky right there. Of course, to get great accuracy on those even while jumping. But Replin, while he has been trying his best to carry his team during the first half, unable to clutch up 1v4. You don't really expect him to in a spot like that either. And now things get increasingly rough for the side of Too Good For Lose here.
Oh, they're Chicoing. They're going for a mixed buy here. They're going to couple of shotties coming out, so hopefully maybe trying to catch some of those angles, try and catch the aggressive push and take a couple of kills in their favor. You can see Mixwell up on C long. Take the ult orb. Shots coming through, but they will not connect. 3 people committed to C long here as Mixwell pushes into carpet. He finds one. Opens up here and now is going to flash forwards and maybe try and take a second as Screamy follows up. Unfortunately, that shotty will work, but only for 1 kill as Jesman goes down to Screamy very shortly afterwards, and now the quick rotate onto C will happen here for Prodigy as they get an easy plant. Still 2 members from 2G4L holding those A site entrances, and they are going to have to make the retake happen with very limited resources to work with.
I think the thing is, like, it's how much can you get away from Prodigy this round is the real question. It actually looks like it's going to be a really slow attempt just to get some exit frags here from 2G4L. They've got 1 kill, so you've got rid of 1 gun, but I don't know what the 2 remaining players are actually sitting on. If they're sitting on anything okay, then I understand this, but otherwise, why not just push up and try and get rid of some of these Spectres, try and get rid of some of these guns so that you can just at least attempt to dent the economy of Prodigy.
That's got to be their play in a spot like this, is just try to get them as they exit through B long here. They've got 1 player hanging over towards the garage area, waiting for footsteps. As soon as they don't hear it, surely you go back towards long. Yeah, there it is.
But it's a pretty easy place to hold. You can just sit at the bottom of C long there, and you're very safe. Shaker will still take out Zander in the end anyway. 11
Wait, so all they saved was the shorty.
Mate,
well, here's the thing, right, about saving in that position. I'm not sure if Alexi had armor, then I understand it, but if you're just saving a shorty, I'd rather die and then get the ult orb, right? Because if you don't die, you're not going to get the orb, and it's not like you're going to be buying a weapon on this round. The shorty isn't going to make a difference for you.
I agree with you, Ender. I think the shorty really doesn't do too much because you've just been getting outgunned the majority of the map. Now, Camera will be put on a site there. It's just the Cypher holding it by himself. Fake trying to hold C, along as 2 players just peek their eyes in there. I'm not really going to have to go for anything too aggressive here. That Camera doesn't spot all the way down long. You can see Cinder is coming across here to try and help out, but it looks like it's going to be... Well, they're currently middling outside of A short. They could go for it. Mixwell's going to step up. They've decided they want to do it. They've got the Rolling Thunder, so all that's going to happen is they're going to wait. And as soon as his teammates are in position, that Rolling Thunder is going to rattle its way through A site, cause an earthquake, try and disrupt some of these defensive positions. Here we go. Rolling Thunder being used. The smoke coming out as well onto Heaven.
That hits everything.
And he's going to go down. He is taken out in response. He does get one in response as King Mezi goes and falls. The spike comes down. Alexi still has a good cam position here, so he's going to be able to get a couple of those darts off. He's flashed up. Replan trying to get back onto the site. Jesman is pushing forward as well, looking for hell, but gets gunned down from the side. Alexi in a good position here. We'll take out Screamy, and now it's 2v3. Mixwell stepping up too short, looking up towards Heaven. He hits his shots, but he's in a 1v2 situation. It's not an easy take for him, but he can disrupt, of course. Breach, the only player really, apart from a raise that can knock someone off the defuse. He hits it, he hits the head through the wall, he gets the Mixwell! Beautiful play.
So good right there. Of course, he was zoned off. There was a very low duration wall left and the smoke, so he channeled that nade to go through the wall to interrupt the plant, or the defuse right there, rather, and then able to find the kills 1 by 1. They weren't able to, trade 1 kill right there, swing around as they saw him, and Mixwell continues to have a phenomenal performance this series.
Oh man, this guy has been on fire, both attack and defense. Mixwell stepping up to the plate when Prodigy need him. It's 23 kills on the board, by the way. This guy has been a monster. He flashes out C long. I mean, this is a sad, sad round here for the side of 2G4L. They do not have the resources or the economy to work with. And Mixwell gets into sight, finds another kill, immediately flashes over towards Spawn, and this is a quick maneuver from the side of Prodigy. And I think that's all she wrote for this game. Match point should go into Prodigy's favor. They are going to take Haven with very little resistance from 2G4L.
Yeah, it's so done. Like, they were on a Shiko, as you would call it. Like, they had to try and force buy, but really didn't have the guns for it. You saw Repton was sitting on a Judge. Jasmine's going to be able to hit a headshot with the Guardian, but he will get taken out. As you say, it's going to map 1 going over to Prodigy.
That was on Too Good for Loses map pick as well. They wanted Haven to come up first here, and Prodigy just put them in the dirt right there. We've already seen Prodigy play on Bind. They have an excellent setup on that map, especially on the defense.